You see what happens when you complain, bitch? You see what happens? Now I'm gonna gat you down every 6 seconds. Deal with that. Hold that, bitch. We are now no longer a 2-minute class. This makes us more relevant. This is 10 times more better than anything that we could ask for. This is a net positive by 1000%. Fucking Succession dog mode. Boop. Everybody can stop complaining and be like, oh my god, fucking you can machine gun people with Q buff. Bitch, that shit was every 2 minutes. Now guess what, ho? I get to do that every 6 seconds. Alright, boys. Let me get rid of this fucking garbage up here. Alright, boys. Today is the day. We got the rework. It's finally happened. It is finally happened. We are going to go through what my thoughts are on the rework. We are going to go through everything. It is crazy. It is actually cracked. Berserker may have gotten one of the absolutely best reworks that could have possibly happened. He is cracked. So without going into the super nitty gritty stuff, let's go over the succession changes, which I think are very positive. Some people are kind of memeing on it, but they're actually very positive. So right out the gate, this is the left side is the old and then the right is the new. So they basically changed Lava Piercer, and more or less for the basics here, they made it more unique towards succession. So it's kind of not this shadow of awakening. So now it's got its own unique identity, which doesn't sound like much, but these animations are actually fire, and I believe they are a positive. Now, one of the things that I do know is that you can actually remain in beast form 24/7 now. It is a consistent thing that you can just stay in. There is never a moment where you have to not be in beast mode. Not only that, but it has health regen that you can reset with certain abilities. I cannot remember off the top of my head what abilities reset them, but you can reset it about 2 or 3 times perhaps, and that's actually really crazy. You regen your health I don't even know. It's a stupid amount. It's like 300 something HP per second or something like that. It's a crazy amount of regen. Another side note that I want to watch, this is from Danny's stream. So if we take a look here, you can actually insta cancel fucking, what do you call it, Lava Piercer in a predatory hunt, and then it's just it's super fast. It's incredibly fast. I'm not even sure if this is even physically possible now. I'd have to try, but that is really fast. It's a great transition, and you can go ahead and get a nasty engage, and then it just kind of flows incredibly well together. Another thing that I would like to actually mention really quick, this one is kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie to you. So basically, tackling rock no longer drains your stamina, so this allows your movement to be that much more effective and efficient. This is really nasty for succession. You can basically just tackling rock, and then you just go Lava Piercer, and then you can just continuously tackling rock. Your movement becomes that much more effective and more proficient. So honestly, that's an incredibly positive change as well. It's nothing massive, but again, this is a step in the right direction for succession because this class is dog water. I know it needs damage, but the movement is very key, especially for large scale. This is very nice. And this right here is actually is crazy because you guys have now a protected engage with Beastly Wind Slash that's actually cracked. So much like Awakening, where we have our engage, we Lava Piercer, and then we dash into them, seismic, do whatever. You kind of have something similar. It's definitely not as good, for sure. It is definitely not as good as Awakening, but having that protected engage off of Beastly Wind Slash is actually very nice. I think that this is a good choice, especially for 1v1s as well. It's like I said, not as good as Awakening's engage, but definitely I would say that's a positive change again. Okay, so this next part is the one that scares the fuck out of me right here. So as you can tell, he literally decimated that guy's fucking health bar. Literally that ninja has actual gear. That ninja literally has gear. Danny actually was hitting him out of the not BA, but just out of beast mode, and that dude has fucking gear. He's not a gearlet by any degree. 100% he is not, but he damn near about one taps him with the fucking with this. Look at that. Look at this. What the fuck? I need to get a still thing of his health real quick. Hold on. Let me see here. So he hits him. Watch. Boom. Right there. He's about to hit him. Bop. What the fuck? Dude, he literally a more than almost half his health with forward claws. That is wild. Now, unfortunately, Danny did try this again, and it didn't do nearly as much damage, so I'm not exactly sure what the disparity is here or what's going on, but this did happen at a later time, and he checked him for gear. If we watch the clip a little bit later on, he actually checks to see if the ninja has gear, and he tries to tap him. And keep in mind, Danny's like 308 AP on the like test servers or whatever, so like it's not like he doesn't have gear. Look at him, he tests. Look at this shit. Look, took 0 damage. Look at his face. You see Danny's face? He's over there fucking pogging right now. Do you fucking see that shit? That ninja is geared and somehow, some way, was able to destroy his health bar in actually one swipe. That's crazy. Like I said, I'm not sure what the disparity is. I'm really not sure why he couldn't do that again, but maybe it's a crit perhaps. I genuinely don't know. I really don't know, because there's just not a lot of great translation out there for the patch notes. But if that is physically possible at all given times, this boosts Succession's beast form by a dummy thick amount. So right here, you can see Danny wailing on the same exact ninja that he hit with the claws. This guy's tanky as fuck. He's literally like tanky as shit. He's straight beating his ass with the goddamn chopsticks. And what he ain't, bro, what do you mean? What do you fucking mean? So here he's gonna go beast mode and check the damage. And this is where I had a confusing like disparity thing, because I was like, what the fuck? Like, did you see? He didn't do nearly as much damage. And I want to say from just the angle I have, it looks like the claw missed. It didn't look like it hit properly for some reason. Like, it looks like it has a freaky hitbox. It doesn't look natural, because initially when he first hit, it did a fuckload of damage, but there it looked a little janky, so I'm not sure what that means. But regardless, look at the fucking damage he's doing. He's straight eating his ass out of a fucking box, bro. He's straight eating. Fiend. What do you mean? Dude, like, Succession Berserker is looking so good, especially for beast form, and you can stay in this 24/7. Danny hasn't even realized this shit yet. By the time this stream was happening, because I was here from the get-go, I shit you not, this motherfucker didn't even know that you could actually do this until like almost an hour later. Just fucking kidding. I love you, Danny. Okay, so I think this next part, I think Danny you should just hear it from him himself, because I think he explains it the best in terms of how Succession feels and the issues that weren't addressed, as well as the current things that are available at the moment. So I'll let him go ahead and explain.
Succession, I'm pretty happy with, I'll be honest. Thanks for the follow, Zeka. Succession, I'm fairly happy with. There's a few things I'm gonna change, but besides that, like, they still didn't address the main issues we brought up. I'll have to look at it off stream to really know, but like, this is cool. Everything to do with the new beast mode is incredible. The new beast mode feels like a complete kit, but we did get a protected CC, Steve. We did get one. Beastly Wind Slash now CCs. It floats, and so you can literally Lava Piercer fucking Beastly Wind Slash, and that's a CC, right? But I would have loved to see forward guard on this move, or fucking this, or SA on this, right? So still not the main issues addressed, but it's good. We also can't do predatory cancel anymore, which is a big thing because we needed that crit rate to do damage. So yeah, but the fucking Lava Piercer this is definitely the highlight of this kit. When it comes to looks, this move right here is definitely the highlight of the kit. Like, that's insane. It looks good. It covers long distances. We got some protection. The problem wasn't protection on movement. We had a full SA rotation. The problem was protection on damage. We had a full SA rotation before.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Succession changes were good, but they did not address the biggest issues. As Danny mentioned, the issues with Succession is damage during a combo or protection during a damage combo. That would be the biggest problem that I have with Succession. In 1v1s, you don't have to worry about it. You really don't. However, when you start getting involved in large scale and you want to play a melee class, like especially like Berserker's as melee as it gets. When you're talking about Succession, that is as dog melee as you can fucking get. You get in there and just start eating someone's ass, but you can't fucking do that. You cannot do that when you have 50 people in front of you. Like, it's just not physically possible unless you have like the world's craziest resist, and even then it only goes up so high, and eventually you're gonna get grabbed, eventually you're gonna get knocked, and then if they're smart, they're just gonna kill you. Like, they're just outright gonna kill you. There's a lot of people that have a fuck ton of AP, so you try anything funky, you're just straight dead. Berserker is incredibly hard to play in Succession when it comes to damage. Like, at least with Awakening, we had Q buff, we had, you know, our charge shot, we had just like a protected engage and disengage with rocket jump. So we had a lot of tools to deal with large scale, but Succession does not have the tools. That's why when we had the whole, you know, 200% bit going on for a while, and then they reduced it to like basically nothing. It's now a 30-minute cooldown, so you can't even do that anymore. Yeah, it's just Succession is terrible in terms of large scale. 1v1s, nobody's gonna really complain. But when it comes to just GVGs, Node War, Siege, stuff like that, you're gonna find very little Zerkers that are running Succession. So here's the part where Danny finds out that you can actually stay perma beast mode. And he's just looking at, he's examining, he's like, what does that mean? What does that shit mean? What is this? What's going on here? So he goes and switches back to Succession. He's just like, wait, hold the fuck on. What's happening here? Goes beast mode. Look at that. He's in beast mode. He's straight go dog mode. Fiend. He gets health regen on the pseudo beast mode. And you can continuously spam this 1,000 times over. You can stay in beast mode at all given times. Watch, he's going to recast it here in a second. So 3 seconds left, 2 seconds, 1 second. All right, it's off. Guess what? Beast mode again. Get fucked. Man walks away. He's gone. He's gone. Straight. Look at the donkey. He's gone. Perma beast mode. Literally perma beast mode. Now, this does come with issues because it's not as broken as you think it is. There's no SA on claws. I'm fairly certain it's not going to do nearly as much damage. So for sure, I think that this is a PvE buff because being able to go beast mode to like just 24/7, I'm sure this increases your damage by some degree, and you can probably just straight up like fucking just destroy mobs with this. So I'm sure in a PvE sense, this is nasty. This is probably nasty. Large scale, I'm unsure how this is going to perform. Like it's literally too early to tell how good it is, but definitely from a PvE aspect, I'm predicting that this is going to be very positive.
Okay, I don't think we get the buffs of our Q buff though. Q buff gives us fucking all these crazy buffs. So here's what it is. Here's what it is. And you get 350 HP a fucking second when you Q buff and do the fucking pseudo Q buff? Oh my god, you have fucking 30% crit rate 24/7. Oh my god, they did listen. Oh my fucking god.
Interestingly enough here, he actually discovers that you can literally just reset your heal. So as you can see, when he pops beast form, you get that heal up, right? So once you do certain abilities, it will actually reset. So your leap, reset the heal. Crazy, which I didn't even notice that up until like he said something about it, and it was nutty. Just having that heal on deck, and then there's other abilities that also resets it as well. I think if you use Fearsome Tyrant or something, that will also reset it, which is pretty nutty. You can do Beast Roar, and I'm fairly certain that resets it as well. Your Leap resets it. That's a really insane way to just keep Beast Form up at all times, as well as that heal. And like I said, that heal is thick as fuck. Okay, the moment we've all been dreading. Yep, Q buff is dead. You can no longer Q buff like normal. However, we did get a Titan Blow change that we'll talk about momentarily, but yes, Q buff is now basically gimped. You can no longer machine gun it. You can't spam it as fast. It's really just, it's basically console level Q buff now, which is, this means nothing to me because I've already been doing this. So I know it's bad for PC and everybody's gonna miss the Q buff, but I never had it. So, you know, just like my dad, I can't miss what I never had. So another interesting part here is that out of Titan Step now, you can actually, instead of doing the drop kick, you can genuinely just hit that shit. And oh yeah, this fuckery. I do not know if this is a bug. I'm fairly certain this is intended. However, the way it's supposed to, you can only do the infinite leap if you're going backwards. If you're doing the forward, you can only do it twice, which is actually fine. They also took away the core skill, which also leads me to believe that that is possible, that you can have infinite amounts of dash. And it also doesn't specify here the like, if we pause the stream, like you literally, like there's nothing here that says that you can't, like you can only get X amount of jumps. Like it doesn't actually say that anywhere. And since they took away the core skill, that means you can't cheese it with, you know, the infinite CC, basically just, you know, going until you get the CC. So obviously there's something going on here. So I genuinely believe that this change is real. And Danny speculated earlier in the stream or later in the stream that the moment you stop the leap is when the cooldown goes into effect. So you can't leap anymore once that's going. A lot of people look at this and they're like, it's fucking broken or it's crazy or whatever. And personally, my take on it is like, I mean, yeah, I can run the fuck away till I can go from Uganda to Canada in a span of a few seconds, but I'm fucking useless. I'm not killing you. I'm not I'm not wiping your ball with my pseudo Q buff now. Like this, if this goes live, which I don't think it will, because people are gonna complain about it. But if it did, this would change nothing other than I am now a fat rat class. That's basically what I am if I use this. This would just make me a lot harder to kill and get off the field, which is why I believe that it probably won't make it to live servers. But I don't think it is a bug. I actually think that this is how it's supposed to be, and then like this was intended, but I just don't think it will be live ever. It's just too crazy in my opinion. And even still, like I said, if you use it, you're just running away, basically. It's no different than a Musa infinitely dashing until whenever. Like, it's literally the same shit.
They don't have it set as a... They don't... So you can use it Oh, you know what? Maybe this isn't a bug. Maybe you are supposed to be able to use it continuously, but the moment you stop, the cooldown is applied, right? So now I can do it again, and then if I stop, I can't. Okay, so maybe that's not a bug. Maybe it's meant to be purely a disengage, right? And then the moment you drop it, you can't use it, right? So now I can't go either way. What's up, Kaz? Maybe that's what they wanted.
So, I mean, yeah, as weird as it is, that is a change, and I genuinely believe the way Danny explained it, that is how it's supposed to be used, as a pure disengage. If you go forward, you can only go forward twice, and then the cooldown is applied. You can't infinitely go forward. That'd be, I guess, dumb, perhaps. Honestly, I don't know what the difference of going back and forward would be, but it is what it is. So going backwards, though, you can infinitely disengage at all given times, but at the cost of you're basically no longer effective anymore. The one thing that I did find strange is that the cooldown is consistently going while you're disengaging, so you can basically disengage until it's off cooldown and then go back in, reuse it. That part should probably get changed. If this is to hit the live servers, like, and just be real, then you have to put it in effect that the cooldown has to not start until we basically jump. Like the moment we jump, that's the cooldown, and you can't, it won't start the cooldown until we hit the ground, and then it stops completely. Because being able to like disengage nonchalantly over and over and over again until the cooldown is up, probably a little dumb. Not even probably, this is very dumb, but hey, if they give it, they give it. If not, it is what it is. Okay, so what's coming up next is the Titan Blow change, which is nuts. It's fucking wild. Literally ranged. It is ranged. And keep in mind, he's not shooting it as far as possible. You can literally hit someone from like sniper ghost warrior range, bro. It's wild. And it does a fuckload of damage now, so including it in combos, like right here, doing this, I've been doing this since day one. Like, ever since I started playing Berserker, I've always done the Titan Blow in a combo. So now this is just gravy. 100% crit, and it has range, and it slaps it like literally hard as fuck. Titan Blow change is wild. Is genuinely wild. Just being able to slap someone from forever ago, and every third CC, or every third hit is a CC. So that makes this basically pseudo Q buff. So if you pop Q buff, right, you can only CC every 6 seconds because that's just basically the cooldown of, you know, your charge shot. With that being said, you, instead of just spamming Q buff, you shoot like this in between, so that way you get the double CC, and then you go in seismic, ancient wave, the whole 9 yards, and then you peel out, and then you start using Titan Blow. This makes us more relevant. This is 10 times more better than anything that we could ask for, just because we are now no longer a 2-minute class. Titan's Blow is now on a 6-second fucking cooldown, which means every 6 seconds we have ranged abilities that CC and does damage. That's crazy. So we don't, like, everybody can stop complaining and be like, oh my god, fucking, you can machine gun people with Q buff. Bitch, that shit was every 2 minutes. Now guess what, ho? I get to do that every 6 seconds. You see what happens when you complain, bitch? You see what happens? Now I'm gonna gat you down every 6 seconds. Deal with that. Hold that, bitch. I mean, to be fair, I didn't really care about the Q buff changes because, like I said, I never had it to begin with. I literally never had Q buff. I've never been able to Q buff on console because we don't have the ability to hotbar like PC, so it never worked as intended. But with this is a net positive by 1000% for me, because I don't have to worry. There's no like, everybody's like, it's a nerf because you lost Q buff. Bitch, I never had it, so this is 1000% positive. I now basically get a better version because I never had the real version to begin with. So for console, this is just perfect. 1000% perfect. It does so much fucking damage, dude. It does so much. It's going to literally just make us so much more of a presence in Node Wars. Like top guilds, I'm telling you right now, they are going to want Zerkers because we're going to be able to CC and do crazy range damage. Like we are going to be the ranged, like mid to back line. We're gonna throw our damage. Once we get those CC knocks for our team, we're gonna rush in there like swimwear and then just blow everyone's back out. And guess what? I'm gonna just fucking rocket jump my ass all the way to goddamn Africa and no one's gonna catch me. It's a wrap, dude. It's literally a wrap. Like, it doesn't get any more A1 than this, bro. It's straight up A1. You get fucking Succession, dog mode, woof, it's just over. And then you got Awakening, straight gat, big gat. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you want to watch the full stream, I'll put a link down to Danny in the video, or the VOD. It basically starts around like somewhere like what, 3:30 something, like somewhere around this time. Oh no, it's a little bit past this. It's probably more towards like the 4 hour 30-minute marker. Yeah, it starts about like, yeah, about 4 like 15. Start there is about when it starts, and then you can kind of just watch towards the end, and that's basically the whole rework section. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I will be having Guido on that stream, but just on a video at some point later in the weekend, and we're gonna talk about Berserker changes. But these are just my thoughts, first impressions. I'm gonna get his whenever we actually link up and have a conversation. But yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
I'm the one, yeah, she knows I'm the one. Yeah, she knows I don't need no kind, I don't need no